Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dana and today's recipe is for this layered cake, a cake with marzipan, delicious and suited for this time of year. For the batter, I'm gonna need 250 grams of butter, soft butter at room temperature. As you can see here, 250 grams of sugar, 6 eggs, 150 grams of flour, 100 grams of cornstarch, 10 grams of baking powder. I have here marzipan at room temperature. My package has 200 grams, but I'm gonna use only 100 grams, so half of that. I will mix first flour and cornstarch and baking powder. And after you combined all these dry ingredients, let this aside. And in a tiny pot, I'm gonna break that marzipan, so half of the package that I showed you, only 100 grams. Break it in tiny pieces like this. And I'm gonna mix it with 3 tablespoons of cherry liqueur. And I'm gonna put this on the stove on low fire until that marzipan will dissolve and everything will look like a paste. So on the stove, keep an eye on it, don't let it burn or anything like that. Just let it heat up for a bit until it's gonna look like a paste, and add a bit of rum extract and let it cool down. I will separate eggs now. In the mixer bowl I'm gonna have egg whites. In a larger bowl I'm gonna put egg yolks. And I'm gonna start with egg yolks, mixing them with sugar. I'm gonna use a whisk, but you can do this with a mixer if you prefer. So incorporate that sugar gradually, continue to mix until the eggs will change color, like a pale yellow. Add butter and incorporate that. It's true that doing this by hand is gonna take a bit longer, but make sure that you incorporate good butter in your batter. I'm gonna add now that marzipan paste that has been cooling down, and mix that as well, and at the end add dry ingredients and let this aside. And we're gonna need to whisk those egg whites, and I'm gonna do it with a mixer this time. Start slow with the lower speed and increase, and whip them until you're gonna have like almost stiff peaks. So high speed, and you're gonna have something really fluffy and exactly what we need for this cake. I will incorporate now the egg whites in the batter. Mix them gradually, but make sure that you incorporate them really good. And in the meantime, preheat your oven with only the burner from the top of the oven at 180 Celsius. But I still have here some egg whites to incorporate, so I'm gonna take my time. It's time to start baking the cake. In a cake tin, I chose a round shaped one with a diameter of 20, but you can use a 22 diameter one, centimeters I'm talking here. Put a few tablespoons of batter in your tin and bake it in the oven only with the burner from the top of your oven until the batter is baked, and proceed as well with the rest of the batter. So layer after layer, just 2 or 3 tablespoons of batter at a time. Bake it in the oven and take it out, and again a few tablespoons of the batter until you are done with all the batter that you prepared. Make sure that you test each layer that is baked with a toothpick, and now you can let the cake to cool down. Just run with a knife along the edges of the tin and let it cool down. I'm gonna make a glaze out of 100 grams of chocolate. I'm just gonna melt it over hot water, and as long as your bowl in which the chocolate is doesn't touch the hot water from underneath, your chocolate is gonna melt and it's gonna be shiny and fluid and is not gonna burn, and you're gonna be able to pour it over your cake when the sponge cake is cold. And exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm just pouring the chocolate over the cake, and you can have after this the cake in the fridge for at least 10 minutes for the glaze to set, and after that you can serve it. I hope you're gonna bake this cake yourself because it's delicious and really good for this time of year. As I said in the beginning, you can serve this with a cup of ice cream, and yeah, it's delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up to the videos that you like, and comment down below, and enjoy these holidays with your loved ones, and try to find reasons to smile. I'm gonna see you here next time with another recipe. Bye bye.